Satnam and welcome. I'm Param Dave. This is Yogic Living. As you can see, we're not on the mountain today. We're at the beach. We're actually here in Cabo. And I got Param Dave here with me. And we're going to talk about the women's centers, or the moon centers, and how you can balance them. Alright, so let's go ahead and begin. We're going to begin this yoga class, how we begin every Kundalini yoga class, by tuning in with the Adi mantra. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. So go ahead and put your hands at your heart center, close down your eyes, focus at your 1/3 eye. Take a big deep inhale. Grab any tension, stress, worries, anything like that, and let it go. Once again, take a big deep inhale. Grab up all that stuff you don't need, all the crap, and let it go. Last chance, inhale, suspend the breath. Take a big deep inhale and begin with me. Om Namo Inhale, suspend the breath. Feel that connection to God, the Guru, the golden chain of teachers. Exhale. Inhale once again, suspend the breath. Feel the connection. Exhale. Last chance, inhale, suspend the breath. And exhale. And that was the Adi mantra. And we do that to tune in to our higher selves, or what some call God or the Guru. But there is no religion tied to Kundalini Yoga. What we're going to do now is tune in a little further with an optional mantra. This is to bring in more protection into our practice. And it's called the Mangala Charm mantra. Adgarenama, Jugadgarenama, Sadgarenama, Siddhi Gurudevanama. So again, we're going to have our palms together, center of our chest. We're going to close down our eyes and focus at our 1/3 eye. Take a big deep inhale and begin with me. Adgarenama, Jugadgarenama, Sadgarenama, Siddhi Gurudevanama. Adgarenama, Jugadgarenama, Sadgarenama, Siddhi Gurudevanama. Adgarenama, Jugadgarenama, Sadgarenama, Siddhi Gurudevanama. Inhale, suspend the breath. Feel the protection wrapping around you like a warm blanket. Exhale. Inhale once again, suspend the breath. Exhale. Last chance, inhale, suspend the breath. exhale. Relax the posture. That was the Mangala Charm mantra. And all that does is bring in a little bit more protection into our practice. So now I'm going to turn it over to Param Devi, and she's going to talk about the moon centers of a woman. As a man, we only have one moon center, and typically we want to cover it with our beard, and that's at our chin here, and that just helps to keep us more balanced. But as a woman, they have a lot more moon centers, and I figured somebody that knows about being a woman could talk about it versus me. So I'm going to turn it over to Param Devi.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, as a woman, we have 11 moon centers, and all of them switch during our menstrual cycle. So normally it should be around 28 days. So for each moon center to go around all those 28 days, they shift every 2.5 days. So that's one of the reasons why our emotions fluctuate so much within our menstrual cycle, because you have to deal with your menstrual cycle and also with your personal moon centers, and also at maybe the fluctuations of the moon and of the earth in general. So you have a lot of things going on inside of you and outside that may make you a little bit crazy sometimes. But that doesn't mean that we have to go around life freaking out, that there's actually a way for us to be a little bit more centered. And I have tried it myself, and I know it works to really have this connection with yourself and also to the outer things of life, to the universe, to our earth. I actually didn't know about moon centers until Param Dev told me about them. And then I started researching about it, and it does make a lot of sense. So I'm not going to explain much about each one of them because that's a very long story, but if you want to know a little bit more in depth about moon centers and how each of them work and what they mean and how you can work on them, just let us know in the comments if you would like another video about that. But regarding this meditation, what we're going to do, it's a meditation to try to balance these moon centers. And it's one of the greatest meditation that a woman could make, because we're going to do a little variation of Kirtan Kriya. So if you have watched the video of Kirtan Kriya here, if not, you can go check it out. We will chant Sa Ta Na Ma with our fingers, being Sa with our index and our thumb, Na with our middle finger and our thumb, Na with our
Sa, Ta, Na, Ma.
Yeah, and then we will keep it going. Okay, so that's a very important mantra, because for a woman, Sa means the infinite, the start of everything, and the sequence that Satanama goes through, it's pretty much the same that we go through in each phase of our cycle. Also, our menstrual cycle has 4 stages, and each one of them goes through a stage of beginning, then it goes through life, which would be the Ta, then it goes to the death part, which would be the Na, and finally a rebirthing era, that's Ma. So we have also those 4 stages, and you can also see it as infinite, going to earth, going to death, and then coming back up. So it's a full circle, and it's a full circle. And you can see how it's related to so much more than just us. So what this meditation does is to connect us back to earth, and to serve between the connection of infinity and universe to the earth as us, as a way to do that. If the energy goes all the way through us and then lands back to the earth. And also chanting is very good for the womb. In general, it's just good for everything, the vibration, but especially for the womb, it's extremely, extremely important and very, very well received for our womb to receive that little vibration of our chanting. So the fact that we're chanting, it also adds up a lot to this meditation. And along this, you can also do 40 days of this meditation. It is said that if you do 40 days, a woman can go through any obstacle that she goes through in life, because it's pretty much if you master your own moon cycles and your menstrual cycles, if you're going through it, then you can manage anything in life. And also this meditation, it's also for women in any part of their life cycle. Doesn't mean that you only need to be menstruating when you do it, doesn't mean that you don't. If you're already in that other stage of your life, you can also do it, because you still have your moon centers and you still would want to balance that with the universe and the earth. So it doesn't matter in what stage of your life you're in, even if you're a teenager, an adult, or a little bit more on the senior side, it doesn't matter, you can still do this meditation. And along that, I would recommend for you to start to journal, because that will also help you see in what moon center you're currently in. It's a little bit tricky, so that's why I would do that on a separate video. But it helps you to tune in into what are you feeling that day, which is your moon cycle, if you can do in which part of your cycle you're in, if you're still having it, and which part the moon cycle is in it. It will start to align. When I first started doing this meditation, I noticed immediately that my next menstrual cycle aligned perfectly to the full moon, and I would already know that if it was a full moon, I would get my moon cycle that day. So that's the kind of amazing thing about this meditation. You start to notice very quickly how you start to align with the earth and its movements, so that it makes it easier for us to navigate through those times.
So when you are imbalanced with the moon, and your menstrual cycle is imbalanced with the moon, does that make it easier on you?
Yeah, it does. Ideally, you would want your first day of your menstruation to fall on the new moon, because that's the phase that the moon is in this rebirthing or death area, and so are you. So the energy of the earth and the moon matches up to the same one that you do. But it doesn't mean that all of us will have our menstrual cycle exactly on that day, because that also would be impossible. But it does help if you align also to the other way, which that's the way I had it. If you aligned it to the full moon, then you can also feel it much easier, even as a way to know that the moon or our universe, it's there with you, that you're not going through these changes alone, that just as the moon, you are also going through this birthing, life and death cycle every single month, as the moon does. And it does make it way easier. You would notice also, like, the time that you get your menstrual cycle will start to align. Maybe if it wasn't the exact 28 days, if you had it a little bit shorter or longer, you would start to notice they are starting to shift to align to those cycles. So that's the importance of aligning to it, to also start correcting those maybe little issues that we may have, because all these issues may cause others in our womb, such as sicknesses. We have very long cycles, or very short, or very painful. It's not normal for us to have painful periods, so also that's very useful to add up with the states of.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you for explaining that. I appreciate that. And so, so do you want to do the meditation now?
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
that.
All right. So I'm going to do it along with you. It's generally recommended for women, but as a partner, you can really help to support your partner, what she's going through, because there is an amplifier when you guys practice together, believe it or not. And the amplifier, it's a multiplier. So your energy can help to align her energy, and so on and so forth. And plus, it's good to align our energies as well. And we have a female side as well, not only a male side, but we're all this polarity. We all have a male and female side. So without further ado, let's get into the meditation. So what do we do,
Okay.
David?
So we're just gonna lay down in our stomachs. This is to connect directly our womb to the earth. We're connecting our life essence to our Mother Earth's essence. And we're gonna place our chin on the ground, so we're gonna make sure to not be flat faced, but to have our chin right here. And we're gonna do Kirtan Kriya, Sa, Ta, Na, Ma, with our palms facing up. We're just gonna show it briefly so you know the movement. And we're gonna do this currently just for 3 minutes, but you could do it up to 31 minutes. So you can start with 3 and start building up to 31 if you choose, but also any other time it's good. It's 3, 5, 11, whichever time you have, it's good for you to do it.
Yeah.
And I recommend doing this on a flat surface that's hard. Do not try to do it on the bed, because I also tried to do it on the bed, and it's tricky. It's a painful experience to have your chin up. So always, it's in any yoga class, make sure that you're in a surface that will sustain you properly.
Yeah. As far as with the times too, I just wanted to add something. Typically in yoga, like we say, like after 3 minutes, that starts to bring in new blood. That starts to bring in the circulation. For 11 minutes, that starts to bring about a change. 22 minutes, it actually balances the negative mind and the positive mind and the neutral mind, and helps them all to kind of work together in tangent. And 31 minutes affects the aura. So that's just something to kind of keep in mind on those times too. So without further ado,
Okay.
you want to get into it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. So Param Dave's right here next to me. You're not gonna be able to see him. And we're gonna lay down directly in our stomachs and go back a little bit so you can see my chin. We're gonna keep facing that way without putting our head directly into the ground, okay? So I'm gonna put my timer up to 3 minutes, and our palms are also facing upwards, and from here we do the movement. Sa, sa, na, ma. So let's begin. picture all that life energy flowing from the universe through you and back to the earth. And exhale. And one last time, inhale. Picture this full circle and you connecting directly to our Mother Earth. Exhale. Now you come back up. Brush away a little bit of the sand. You're at the beach. It's actually perfect if you could do it near a water body, since water also represents the female side and the emotions of Earth. So it's actually good that we're at the beach today.
Yeah, the beach also takes away like you'll notice like when you go to the beach, it's a lot more relaxing. That's because of the water element, and it takes away emotions. And that's why it's good to drink a lot of water as well, especially if you feel like you're very emotional that day. You should drink more water because it'll help to clear those out. All right. Do you have anything else to add, Param, Dave?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then we're going to go ahead and tune out. And we're going to tune out with the Long Time Sunshine song. So let's go ahead and put our palms at the center of our chest. Take a big, deep inhale and sing along with me. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Well, thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked and enjoyed it. And if you liked it, go ahead and hit that like button out there. And if you would want to see more of these videos, of course, hit that bell icon there to be notified next time we upload one of these things. And subscribe to know more about this. And I did write a book. It's all about my spiritual journey. It's called Why I Wear This Thing on My Head. If you would like a copy, I'll leave how to do that in the description below. Satnam. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.